Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we are doing something really interesting to Tony's Type R. We are trying out different oils. This is Tony, hi.
Hi.
And this is Jacky, hi.
Hi.
We're trying out different oils and do dyno runs and see if they make any differences. So Jacky, would you like to go through what we're going to do today?
Yeah, so we're at Backyard Development. Mikey, the shop owner, is thankfully letting us to use this dyno to test some oil with Motul product on Tony's Type R. First, we are going to have a baseline with the factory oil, which is supposed to be 0.20.
Yep.
So we get a baseline run, drain it.
So that's this guy here, right?
No, yeah, well, we're going to run with the stock oil.
Oh,
and then
stock oil.
This is the first oil we're going to run.
Yep.
So this is 8100 power,
Yep.
0.20 single ester,
Yep.
100% synthetic.
Yep.
And then the next oil we're going to test is the Mugen,
Yep.
530.
Yep.
And then as Tony requested, he would like the 300V
Right.
in his car
Yep.
in the end. So we can see if there's going to make any difference in power and oil pressure.
Right.
Coming to like different oil temperature. That's the hardest part on the dyno.
Right.
We just have to find a way to get the oil up there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what's the major difference between this guy and the 5W30?
So the 8100 power is actually the second highest grade oil in Motul. This is actually a single ester base.
Yep.
The 300V is double ester,
Yep.
and then these are just normal synthetic oil.
Okay.
So the ester is just like a protection
Yeah. Chemical.
chemical that's part of the base of the oil.
Yeah.
So like
And do they need higher temperatures to run well?
for this grade, running like 5W30 is, you don't
Okay.
need to really heat it up to like over 110 to get any, to see any difference.
Yeah.
I think we can try and control the oil temp about 85 to 90. That's the hottest you're gonna get on the road, unless you track them.
Yeah.
Even 2 laps or 3 laps at Hampton down at full pace, all this oil will get to like 120, 130 pretty quickly without an oil cooler. Motul product might end up at the dealership, so we can have a synthetic oil that's recommended for Honda.
Yep.
Because I mean, Mugen uses it.
Yeah.
It should be good enough,
Yeah.
yeah, for like the dealer to use.
So why do they have a Mugen badge? Is this something specific to
Yeah, so this
the
product is actually made, like Motul actually make this product for Mugen, or Mugen get them to make it for them.
Yep.
Because a lot of the factory-based Honda oil is actually full mineral. They're not, I mean, semi-synthetic, they're not full synthetic oil.
Yeah, exactly.
This is actually a full synthetic base oil.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of reason why the grade, or money and grade is a lot better, more expensive, slightly more expensive. Yeah, these two will be our main
Okay.
oil to test today. So yeah, we'll
Alright.
get Tony's car in, we'll take it out the under tray.
Great.
Then it'll be easier to get access on the dyno to do the oil change. So we'll get into that.
Right, nice. Let's
Yep.
go.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's look at the underside of the FL5 Type R. It's pretty flat. Front suspension. I think this is for guiding air to the brakes. McPherson strut. Going to the rear. You can see these diffusers are actually functional. It's very rare to see a functional rear diffuser on these types of cars. So just to show you how much care and aerodynamics engineering they've put into the FL5. You can see these are small fins to guide air out from underneath the car for better airflow and better downforce. So this is the rear suspension. Rear subframe.
The cool thing about this is, if you actually go into setting, right?
You can configure it.
You can not just configure it, you can actually set the warning when to come on. Hold on. So you go to limit setting. So you press on limit setting, you can set, so I've just changed setup for Tony. There will be a warning when it gets 103 degrees, so you know, you don't have to look at the gauge, which is a really cool function. Same as the water. If it's overheating, so you just press this, 120 degrees, that's way too high.
Right.
So we'll probably set it to about 105. Gets to over 105.
Water temperature.
Water temperature.
It'll start to get a warning.
So that's a quite cool feature of the FL. A lot of people actually don't talk about this.
That's very good.
Car on Dyno now, and we're going to do a base run with the factory oil that came with the car. We're probably going to do about 4 to 5 pull. We'll try and get the oil temp up to about 90 to 95 degrees, so it's like a working temperature. See what it makes, and then we'll do an oil change and go through our Motul oil range. Well, we'll do another run and we can watch the oil pressure. The oil actually gets up pretty quickly, right? As you can see. It's very consistent. Every run back to back is about the same, 207 and 208 kilowatt. And we're going to do 2 more runs, 5 runs in total, and then we're going to drain the oil and start our oil testing. So we've drained the OEM oil out. Now we are putting in the A100 power, which is the 020 oil. That's all going to be our first oil for the testing, and then we're going to go with the 530 Mugen. So we are just warming up the oil. It's about 90 degrees. As you can see, the oil pressure is higher with the Motul 8100 power 020. So we're going to go do 5 continuous passes and see what happens. First run, 210. We'll see what happens when the oil gets a bit warmer. Oil still about 96. A bit more consistent on power with this oil. You can see the water temp's getting quite high. $210. Not bad. see the water gets hot really quickly. We'll let it cool down and then do one more pass, and then we'll change the oil out. So you can compare, that's the green line is the factory oil, and then the red line is the Motul. So now we put them together, it's only within half a kilowatt difference.
Very interesting, and the oil pressure was a lot higher.
Yeah, so if there's more oil pressure, there's more friction. So if it's normal, you're going to see a little bit of power loss. But when we don't run the fan in front of it, the boost drops back, and the best run that we got was only 203. That's with no fan in the front. So we've just done the 020, now we're going with the Mugen 530 full synthetic. So we've got the next oil in, which is the Mugen 5W30. As you can see, the oil pressure went up even in idle. And that's at 3.5. Almost 580 kPa. So we've just finished the Mugen 530. It's quite interesting. So the oil pressure is a lot better. We didn't actually lose that much power. I think the highest run we got here is 208. There was when the oil got to about 100 degrees. And when we first start off at 90, the motor only makes 202. There's actually no difference in power. You can see every single run they're pretty much identical. So sometimes it goes, oh, I've done an oil change, the car feels quicker, but does it? Like until you see it on a dyno in front of you, there's actually not a massive gain that you can feel just by driving. Like 10 kilowatts, you won't tell. Lap time or going down the drag strip, you might see a bit of a difference, but the driving era or the way you drive will probably affect it more than anything. So we'll let it cool down and then we'll switch out to the V. So it'll be the last oil for tonight. So we're now running with the V at 80 degrees. You can see the oil pressure is higher again. Same load, 3000 RPM. Now we'll just have to get to 90 degrees and do the 5 passes. So now oil temps up to temp, we are ready to go. First pass, 204. It's going to 1.7 bar. 200. Water is getting a bit hot now. $193. Okay, the water temp has come back down. We'll do 2 more passes.
So there's a few interesting takeaways from this test. First is that if you do a oil and filter change with a identical spec'd oil, it's very unlikely that you will feel a massive power increase. So if someone says they feel a big power increase after they change their oil, it's mostly psychological, I imagine, than factual. Secondly is the type of oil that you want to use really depends on the usage of the vehicle. If you just use the vehicle daily, a 0W20, a thinner oil maybe is the best bet. It will probably be more economical to run as well, more fuel efficient. But if you want to run it on the track all the time and drive it pretty hard, then maybe a thicker oil like the 5W30, even the 5W40 would be better, because these oils run better at hotter temperatures and protect the engine better as well. So thank you for watching, and special thanks to Jacky and Tony for making this video possible. Please subscribe and hit that like button and also the notification icon to help us out and grow the channel. Hope to see you next time. Bye!